Imagine hovering over your body, observing frantic doctors trying to revive you, yet you feel calm, detached, even serene. Suddenly, a tunnel of warm, brilliant light draws you in, enveloping you in peace you've never felt before. Is this just your brain playing tricks in its final moments, or is there something more profound happening? Tonight we'll journey into the intriguing mystery of near-death experiences, peering behind the curtain between life and death, science, and spirituality. Are you ready to explore what awaits beyond the threshold? So what exactly are near-death experiences? Let's begin with a brief and clear definition. Near-death experiences, or NDEs, occur when someone is close to death or clinically pronounced dead, later reporting extraordinary sensory experiences. One of the most commonly described sensations is the out-of-body experience. In this state, individuals report the astonishing feeling of floating above their physical body, sometimes even observing medical staff trying to revive them, as if watching from a higher vantage point. Another widely reported element is the experience of moving through a tunnel. Many describe this as a dark yet peaceful passageway, at the end of which a bright, warm light shines, radiating a sense of calm and deep familiarity. There is also a profound emotional dimension to these experiences. People often speak of being enveloped in overwhelming peace, unconditional love, and a sense of complete serenity, even when their physical bodies are in crisis or clinical death. These extraordinary experiences are usually triggered by extreme life-threatening situations. Cardiac arrests, major accidents, complicated surgeries, or sudden medical emergencies such as severe illnesses. Any of these can push the body into a state close to death, setting the stage for what many describe as the most transformative moment of their lives. Near-death experiences, while sharing certain universal elements, exhibit profound diversity shaped significantly by cultural contexts, personal beliefs, and individual psychological backgrounds. Extensive cross-cultural studies highlight how societal narratives directly influence the content and interpretation of NDEs. For instance, Western cultures commonly report encounters with angelic beings or heavenly environments, consistent with Judeo-Christian traditions. Conversely, Eastern experiences frequently depict scenarios reflecting Hindu or Buddhist cosmology, such as encounters with Yama, the deity of death, or visions of karmic judgment. Psychologically, the individual's mental framework completely shapes their near-death encounters. Research conducted by Dr. Kenneth Ring demonstrated that personal beliefs and fears profoundly impact whether an experience is perceived positively or negatively. Those with strong spiritual convictions often report deeply comforting and transformative encounters, experiencing extreme peace, unconditional love, or a welcoming divine presence. Alternatively, individuals experiencing significant unresolved trauma or psychological distress prior to their NDE may report darker or distressing experiences manifesting as feelings of loneliness, emptiness, or fearful hallucinations. Individual psychology further diversifies NDE accounts through symbolic representation unique to each person's subconscious mind. Carl Jung believed that our minds hold deep symbols and images. During a near-death experience, these symbols can appear in powerful ways. They often reflect a person's hidden fears, dreams, and emotional struggles. Each experience feels personal because it comes from within the person's mind. For example, a person struggling with interpersonal relationships might vividly experience reconciliations or meaningful conversations during their NDE. It symbolically addresses unresolved emotional issues. Near-death experiences are not the same for everyone. Each person's experience is unique and shaped by their culture, beliefs, and inner thoughts. These experiences often include symbols and feelings that are personal and meaningful. Because of this, scientists find it hard to explain NDEs using biology alone. They seem to show a deep connection between the mind, culture, and something spiritual. Now that we understand what near-death experiences look like, let's journey inside the human body and brain to uncover what's happening biologically and psychologically during these extreme moments. Science, in its relentless pursuit of answers, has started unraveling the mysteries behind these extraordinary events. Physiological perspectives. When the human body approaches death, whether through cardiac arrest, severe trauma, or critical illness, the brain experiences radical shifts in its activity. EEG studies reveal that just before clinical death, the brain can enter a remarkable state known as a hyper-alert phase. In this moment, certain areas of the brain become extraordinarily active, especially regions associated with memory, perception, and emotion, such as the temporal lobes. This sudden burst of brain activity causes the brain to release powerful chemicals. These include dopamine, serotonin, and DMT. Dopamine creates strong feelings of joy and euphoria. Serotonin brings a deep sense of peace and emotional comfort, whereas DMT, a natural chemical in the brain, is known for creating vivid visions. It was studied by Dr. Rick Strassman. Many people who have experienced near-death events describe seeing bright lights, angelic figures, or dreamlike places. DMT might help explain why these visions feel so real. At the same time, the brain starts losing oxygen. This is called hypoxia. As oxygen drops, the brain changes how it works. Vision narrows, creating the feeling of moving through a tunnel. Sounds may also change, and voices can seem far away or strange, like they're coming from another world. Psychological perspectives. Biology alone can't explain the full depth of near-death experiences. The mind also plays a powerful role. In moments of extreme stress, the brain uses coping tools like dissociation. This means a person mentally separates from their body to avoid pain or fear. It can feel like floating above the body, watching from a distance. These out-of-body experiences might be the brain's way of protecting us during trauma. Psychologists like Carl Jung believed that, in crisis, the mind opens the door to the unconscious. This part of the mind holds deep fears, hopes, and symbols from our inner world. Jung called these symbols archetypes, like wise guides, shadows, or tunnels of light. During a near-death moment, these symbols can appear clearly, creating vivid and emotional experiences that feel deeply personal. These out-of-body experiences might be the brain's way of protecting us during trauma. Psychologists like Carl Jung believed that in crisis, the mind opens the door to the unconscious. This part of the mind holds deep fears, hopes, and symbols from our inner world. Jung called these symbols archetypes, like wise guides, shadows, or tunnels of light. During a near-death moment, these symbols can appear clearly, creating vivid and emotional experiences that feel deeply personal. Today, scientists are finding new links between the brain, spirituality, and consciousness. One exciting area of study is the pineal gland, often called the third eye. Some researchers believe that in extreme stress, this gland might release DMT, a powerful natural chemical. DMT can create intense visions and feelings similar to what people report during near-death experiences. Dr. Rick Strassman studied this in detail and found strong connections between DMT and spiritual states. While the science isn't fully proven yet, more research is showing that the pineal gland could play a big role in awakening spiritual experiences. It might even be a key to understanding what happens between life and death. In near-death experiences, we see a powerful mix of biology, psychology, and consciousness. The brain and body react in amazing ways, but something deeper might be happening too. Are these just chemical events, or could they point to something beyond science? The mystery remains. The impact of near-death experiences. A near-death experience doesn't just end when a person returns to their physical body. It often marks the beginning of a complete transformative journey. These experiences leave an indelible mark, reshaping one's entire perspective on life, death, and existence itself. Let's explore how these extraordinary events alter individuals' lives, beliefs, and emotional well-being. One of the most powerful effects of a near-death experience is how it changes a person's view of death. Many survivors say they no longer fear dying. Instead, they feel peace, love, and a deep sense of connection to something greater. These experiences often make people more kind and compassionate. Everyday problems seem smaller. Life feels more fragile and precious. Survivors begin to focus on what truly matters, spending time with loved ones, helping others, and exploring their spiritual path. Success and status lose importance. Joy is found in simple, meaningful moments. Research, especially by the University of Virginia and Dr. Bruce Grayson, shows real psychological benefits. Many people who go through near-death experiences report feeling less anxious and less depressed. Facing death often gives them a new perspective on life. They feel more at peace even years later. This peace often helps them stay calm during hard times. It also improves how they relate to others. Survivors tend to become more patient, kind, and emotionally aware. They communicate better and their relationships grow stronger. This emotional growth can lead to better mental health and a more meaningful life overall. Theories of consciousness and the afterlife. Near-death experiences make us ask, is our mind just the brain, or does it live on after death? Some believe consciousness ends when the brain stops. Others say the mind and soul are separate and can survive beyond the body. Spiritual paths like Hinduism, Buddhism, and Christianity all describe life after death in different ways. Closing thoughts and next steps. Today we explored the science behind near-death experiences. We looked at how the brain and body react during these moments and how psychology and spirituality also play a role. Whether NDEs are caused by biology or hint at something beyond, they offer deep insight into human consciousness. By staying curious and open-minded, we can better understand both life and death. These experiences remind us that the real mystery may not be what comes after death, but how deeply we live and experience life right now. By staying curious and open-minded, we can better understand both life and death. These experiences remind us that the real mystery may not be what comes after death, but how deeply we live and experience life right now. If today's video made you curious to learn more, here are some great resources to explore. Life After Life by Dr. Raymond Moody was the first book to study near-death experiences. He shared hundreds of real stories that helped bring this mystery into the spotlight. Proof of Heaven by Dr. Eben Alexander tells the powerful story of a brain surgeon who had his own near-death experience. His story blends science and spirituality in a truly eye-opening way. You can also watch documentaries like Surviving Death on Netflix or The Day I Died, which share powerful real-life experiences with expert insights. I'll leave the links to these in the description box below. Feel free to check them out if you want to go deeper into this journey. Every near-death experience holds a mirror to our innermost being, compelling us to ponder deeply. Life, consciousness, death, what truly lies beyond these thresholds. We hope this exploration sparked a moment within you, an inner reflection worth carrying forward. If our paths align again, we'd love for you to remain a part of our journey, perhaps by gently tapping that familiar button that signals your interest. As you close your eyes tonight, ask yourself, What would my consciousness discover if I stepped beyond the veil? Until we meet again, cherish every moment within.